Chris Martin to appear at Jin BTS Seokjin_. US Army shocked by leaked footage and suspicious movements. What is really going on behind this emotional reunion? Could this be the most unexpected collaboration in BTS history? Is Jin planning something so massive that even Coldplay's frontman Chris Martin will appear as a surprise guest? Why are fans in the US suddenly in a frenzy? And what secret clues have been revealed surrounding the upcoming Seokjin tour? In a move that has caught even the most die-hard ARMY members off guard, whispers of Chris Martin's involvement in Jin's tour have surfaced, and with them, a flood of speculation, emotion, and disbelief. Everything began with a 17-second blurry video clip posted anonymously on a fan forum, showing a man with a striking resemblance to Chris Martin stepping into a rehearsal studio in Los Angeles. The caption read only, Seokjin prep.
You didn't hear it from me.
Within minutes, the video had gone viral, sparking rumors that the Coldplay frontman, who shares a deep artistic bond with Jin, would be a surprise guest at one of the US stops of Jin's emotional post-military tour. Fans are now asking, could this really be happening? And if it is, why now? And what does it mean for BTS as a whole? Jin's return from military service has already been emotionally overwhelming for fans. With the launch of Seokjin tour, a concept tour that blends military reflections, emotional vulnerability, and Jin's signature humor and warmth, ARMY around the world were already teetering on the edge of nostalgia and hope. But the possibility of Chris Martin appearing? That changes everything. Jin and Chris Martin have long been known for their emotional collaboration on The Astronaut, a gift of a song that felt more like a farewell letter than just another single. It wasn't just a song, it was a story, a moment, a memory. And now, fans are daring to hope that a live performance of that exact song, sung together for the first time in front of ARMY in the US, may become real. Adding to the frenzy, several LA-based musicians posted cryptic tweets last week, including one that simply read, Studio Magic.
Jin, Chris.
That's all I'll say. The tweet was deleted within hours, but screenshots remain. And then there's the matter of Coldplay's tour schedule, suspiciously free on the same nights as Jin's LA and New York performances. Coincidence? Most fans don't think so. At the same time, HYBE has been unusually silent. There has been no official denial, no teaser, no accidental leaks, which, to ARMY, is even more suspicious. Historically, when BTS-related collaborations are not happening, denials are swift. But the silence here? It feels deafening. Some fans believe that HYBE is deliberately keeping this a surprise to create a truly unforgettable moment. Others are digging into concert equipment rentals and backstage passes, looking for any trace of Coldplay crew registrations. Even more curiously, Jin himself has been unusually cryptic in his recent social media updates. One post in particular featured a blurred-out photo of what looked like a silver bracelet, the same type worn by Chris Martin during their The Astronaut promotions. Jin captioned it with just 3 rocket emojis, and ARMY erupted. Is it a clue? Is he teasing us again? The emotional weight of this potential reunion cannot be overstated. Jin has spoken multiple times about how Chris Martin served not just as a musical collaborator, but as an emotional anchor during one of the most uncertain periods of his life. Their chemistry is not forced, it's authentic, raw, and moving. If Chris Martin were to appear at Seokjin tour, it wouldn't just be a concert. It would be a moment of healing, of coming full circle, and fans aren't the only ones paying attention. International media outlets have started to take notice. Music journalists in LA and New York are reportedly rushing to secure press passes, and concert insiders are already treating the potential Chris Martin appearance as a near certainty. One unnamed tour production assistant reportedly told a major Korean outlet, "If you thought Jin's solo tour was just going to be quiet and reflective, you have no idea what's coming." Meanwhile, ARMY in the US have responded with both emotional outbursts and organizational frenzy. Ticket resale prices for the LA show have already tripled. Fans have started coordinated campaigns to request The Astronaut and Fix You during soundcheck. Fan bases are preparing hand banners reading "Thank you, Chris" in multiple languages. There's a sense of something much larger than a solo concert, a global connection being reforged in real time. The sheer unpredictability of it all is part of the appeal. Unlike previous BTS performances where every detail is meticulously teased, Seokjin tour seems to be embracing mystery, emotion, and raw anticipation. For many, that unpredictability mirrors Jin himself. Playful, emotional, and always ready to surprise. Is this going to be the biggest moment of the year for K-pop fans? Could it even rival the emotional farewell of BTS's military enlistments? Is this a subtle reintroduction of Jin into the international stage as not just a member of BTS, but a fully formed global soloist, standing side by side with one of the biggest rock legends of this generation? And if Chris Martin does appear, what next? Will there be new music? A live album? A reimagined duet? A full-stage collaboration with Coldplay and Jin together, perhaps even with a message about unity, peace, or the importance of finding your own galaxy, as the astronaut so beautifully suggests. The questions continue to mount. And perhaps that's the genius behind it. Jin, long known as worldwide handsome and a master of fan engagement, may now be stepping into a new role, the curator of mystery, emotion, and global storytelling. One where every clue, every silence, every glance carries weight. One where Chris Martin's guitar may just strum the next chapter in a story that ARMY has followed with tears, laughter, and unwavering hope. And confirmation.
No denial.
Just emotion. Just speculation. Just the endless possibility that maybe, just maybe, something unforgettable is about to happen. The countdown to Seokjin tour continues, and ARMY is holding its breath. But as the anticipation reached a boiling point and fan theories spiraled into ever more elaborate scenarios, the truth finally began to emerge, and it wasn't what anyone expected. Despite the viral rumors, emotional reactions, and breathless speculation, there is no official confirmation, and more importantly, no factual evidence that Chris Martin will be appearing as a guest on Jin's Seokjin tour. Multiple industry insiders have now stepped forward to clarify the situation. According to sources close to Coldplay's management, Chris Martin is currently focusing on private studio work and has no scheduled travel to the United States during the dates of Jin's tour. Coldplay's official spokesperson also responded to media inquiries, stating plainly, there is no planned collaboration or appearance at Jin's concerts. As for the blurry video that sparked the wildfire, it has now been debunked. The man believed to be Chris Martin was identified as a session guitarist who regularly works with K-pop acts in Los Angeles. The original clip, taken out of context, was part of a routine studio session unrelated to any BTS activities. The anonymous poster has since deleted their account, and several digital forensic experts confirmed that the file name had been altered to suggest a connection that simply didn't exist. Moreover, Hype's silence was never confirmation. It was just that, silence. A representative from Bigot Music has now broken that silence in a short but clear statement. The Seokjin tour is a special journey curated by Jin for ARMY. There is currently no plan for Chris Martin or any international guest to appear. We ask fans to refrain from spreading unverified information. The tweets, the bracelet photo, the cryptic emojis, all misinterpreted. The silver bracelet? A personal item Jin has worn for years. The rocket emojis? A likely nostalgic reference to the astronaut, not a hidden code. The deleted tweet from the LA musician? A prank, later admitted in a now-archived Instagram story where the poster wrote, "Didn't think people would actually believe it. Y'all wild." The emotional reaction from ARMY is entirely understandable. In the post-hiatus era of BTS, where every member's individual activity is watched with microscopic attention, even the smallest hint can feel monumental. The deep connection between Jin and Chris Martin, paired with a longing for iconic moments like the astronaut, created the perfect storm for this kind of rumor to flourish. But in truth, this story, while beautifully hopeful, is nothing more than fiction. There is no surprise guest. There is no backstage reunion. What remains, however, is something no rumor can fabricate: The genuine emotion that Jin pours into every performance, and the real connection he shares with fans across the globe. As we return to reality, it's important to remember that the heart of Seokjin_EP tour does not depend on surprise celebrities or headline-grabbing appearances. It is about Jin, his voice, his stories, his growth, his laughter, and the quiet strength he's carried from the barracks to the stage. That alone is enough. While Chris Martin won't be stepping out under the stadium lights, the message behind their past collaborations still shines. ARMY doesn't need rumors to feel wonder. Jin doesn't need guests to deliver magic.